Hi! This video I'm making today is for you parents. I wanted to talk about a couple things that we've been working on in the classroom at this point in the school year. One of them is just to spell your child's name. We're working on name recognition, but when you go to your 3-year checkup, they'll typically ask you, does your child know how to spell their name? And one of the ways we work on that is, I would suggest, is to learn how to sing it in a song. I start with this. I just spell the name on a piece of paper, and then we start with letter matching. And then while they're working on it, you can sing the name. My son's name is John, and you go John, 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 and that's how you spell John. And then my daughter's name was Caroline. Her name, we would say Caroline, Caroline, Caroline. We love her more every day, every day. Caroline. That one was kind of more to the tune of the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, the old version. So any tune that you can come up with that you can kind of put your child's letters in works. Just whatever helps them remember it. They say the same thing for the phone number and for the address. Just put it in a song and they can start learning it. I think they'll also ask you that question at their 3-year checkup as well. So those are things you can try to start working on if you have time. But what we also are working on, we also do not have any expectation that your 2-year-old should be able to write their name at this point. What we are working on is learning how to do name recognition, and we're working on hand strengthening exercises to give them the foundations to when they get to that 3-year-old classroom, they'll be able to turn their little paw into a claw pretty easily. So a couple things that I would just suggest if you have time. One of the easy ones I just recently learned about is just putting everything into a Ziploc bag. And they can't use all 4 fingers to open it. And they can just simply go back and forth, and that is giving you that hand motion that we're looking for to get them to that position. Another activity that I've been doing at home with my child is we've just been sticking dry spaghetti noodles into a colander. And this also turns their paw into a claw. So where they're actually having to pinch it because they can't shove it in there. So that's something you can work on. But if you happen to have a Griffin or a Shep or a Thomas or even a Quinn in your life, you can just work on lacing. Just untie somebody's shoes and you can just go to lacing, and that'll be way less messier than this. But for the most part, it's not too messy. They can probably give it a try. Another activity we have is just simple lacing. Just taking some penne pasta and putting it up and down. And then one of the ones we were working on before we left school was I just took some Play-Doh, and this is just a pickup stick, or you can use a chopstick, and I just slide it on here. And this again is giving you that motion to where they can't paw it on there, they have to use their fingertips. And again, this is just working on building to getting them to be ready to hold a pencil next year. Another thing that Lindsay and I saw in the class this year was all of our 2-year-olds couldn't operate a clothespin. They just didn't really understand the pressing of it. A lot of them kept trying to break it. But if you happen to have some clothespins and you can figure out some activities they can do, a chip clip, I've even seen them use a strawberry pincher, something that would make them get to that point. Another activity you could do, I didn't grab them, but some crayons. They say that, the crayons that we typically use are too long. They have some rock crayons on Amazon. But if you look at them, they're just a regular crayon that's just been broken. So I would suggest if you look at them, it's more the rounded ones, the longer ones that are a little bit bigger. And if you just want to break them, probably about the length of one of your child's fingers, that would also force them that when they are coloring, they can't paw that crayon. They have to turn their hand and use that correct motion. So I hope this video finds you guys well, and I hope maybe this gives you some practical suggestions of things you can do while we're at home. And I miss you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.